Yeah, that gray F-150 just drove past me on the opposite way towards Cedar. That was on Lake and Park.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You could say we've got 2 commuters behind that F-150.
It's confirmed.
Do we have it?
Folks are whistling at this. It looks like this is a confirmed ICE vehicle.
We're not ICE. Why are you guys following us? And they leave like right when we get out of the car. We're not ICE.
Oh, and they...
Not ICE! Not in the nice vehicle, right?
No.
Right, get in your truck and get the fuck out.
Why?
Because you need to go. Confirmed ICE. Get the
We're
fuck
not
out.
ICE. What's up, guys? It's very likely that you have seen the Signalgate scandal that I uncovered and infiltrated on X. I wanted to bring it to my audience here on YouTube. So let's talk about what I found. So the first thing is the intent and express purpose of these signal chats is to hunt down and impede federal law enforcement. So if you have no idea what I'm talking about or what this is, there is a sophisticated and organized network of signal chats. Signal is an encrypted messaging app that is used by leftists in Minneapolis and all around the country, we're finding out, to coordinate action against federal law enforcement when they're conducting field operations. Now, what this consists of is a number of roles and what they call shifts. So some of those are going to be motor patrols, stationary patrols, people in their car just sitting on the corner, foot patrol and stationary foot patrols, same as the car, but on foot. They operate within specific zones. So each area of the city, south, north, east, west, northwest, north-south, etc., have patrol zones within those zones of the city that they are supposed to stick to. They also have dispatchers, plate checkers, etc., medics, all of these things. And they have an emoji code that's set up to identify who is what role and when they're on shift. So when they clock in for their shift, I find it hard to believe that they're not being paid when they're taking literal shifts for 6 to 8 hours a day doing these roles. They change an emoji next to their name that correlates with the emoji code that indicates what they're doing. So within the chat, they will send license plate numbers, intersections where they saw the vehicles, photos of the vehicles, etc. And then the patrols will go chase those vehicles if they're believed to be ICE.
Yeah, that gray F-150 just drove past me on the opposite way towards Cedar. That was on Lake and Park.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You could say we've got 2 commuters behind that F-150.
There is a sophisticated license plate database that has been built out by the leftists. And basically, it's an Airtable database. So they submit a form when they believe a vehicle is ICE. They describe the vehicle, they leave the plate number, they explain why they think it's ICE, and then they check a few boxes. Maybe it was seen at the Whipple Federal Building, maybe it was seen in a convoy, maybe they saw agents in the front seat, maybe it was seen during a deportation operation, perhaps somebody was detained by the occupants of this vehicle, etc.
The person that just asked for a plate check a minute ago that said 218 AF.
Yeah, it's a white Chevy pickup truck.
Thank you. If you can get documentation, video, or photos of that plate on that car, we can document. Thank you.
All right.
That vehicle is then tagged as confirmed ICE, highly suspected to be ICE, possibly ICE or not ICE.
Update on the corner of 32nd and 15th. This Kia, Massachusetts. Folks are whistling at this. It looks like this is a confirmed ICE vehicle. The men inside are appear to be ICE, according to the people who are up there. The window, they have gators.
That is how the dispatcher, which runs a 24/7 call in each of the signal chats that are dedicated to patrols, will determine how to send people or how many people to send. And they do this in conjunction with a tactic that they call salute, which is an acronym which stands for size/strength, action/activities, location, where it's happening, uniforms, what agency are they with, time, and equipment. So they know everything about the incident that's happening. They know how many people there are. They know how many agents there are. They know what they're doing, what their activity is. They know where it is. They know what agency they're with. They know the time it happened, and they know what they're rolling with. Do they have tear gas equipment, right? What equipment do they have? Are they in a Bearcat or are they in an undercover vehicle? Do they have tear gas? Do they have 40 millimeter launchers? Do they have their pistols drawn? What is it? What do they have? Each of these roles, the patrols, the dispatch, the plate checkers, etc., they all work in conjunction with each other. The information is funneled to the dispatcher and the dispatcher sends people. Each of those roles has a training for how to operate in that role, a training that I was able to get my hands on, the manual. Some of the messages in the signal indicated that there is a home base. Somebody indicated that they were leaving their shift and heading back to home base where they were expected. Another message indicated that local police departments were aiding them, talking about potentially the police department impeding ICE. In their legal advice chat, which is basically dedicated to people who have had experiences with federal agents that they deem illegitimate or something, they go to these chats or this chat to report those things and get legal advice from attorneys who are the admins of the chat, one of which we identified, Anna Hall. Within the description of that chat, there are links to Attorney General of Minnesota, Keith Ellison's website for reporting federal agents, and there are also forums for the Democratic Socialists of America where they report local police departments who might be working with ICE to elected officials. Now, the question here is, if you're reporting a local police officer to elected officials for aiding and abetting federal agents, ICE, that's not illegal. It's not a crime. What do those elected officials, what are they expected to do? Do they penalize the officer? Do they demote them? Do they dock pay? Do they put them on leave? And if they don't, what's the point of doing it in the first place? It seems that elected officials are very likely working with this sophisticated and organized network of what are essentially domestic terrorists whose sole and intent purpose is to impede and obstruct federal law enforcement. And again, in these signal chats, at least the rapid response ones, what they call them, they're not there to organize protests. It's not the point of them. They don't organize protests. In fact, they use part of their emoji code is a broom emoji. It's a sweep, right? It means delete this message now and basically get out of here. This is not the place for this. That's what the broom emoji means. When people talk about protests in the chats, the broom emoji is tagged on them. They're not supposed to talk about protests because it's not the point of the chats. The point of the chats is rapid response. If you drive around South Minneapolis, where there's the most activity, you'll be hard-pressed to find federal activity. They do their operations very quickly, and they're driving around a lot of times. It's very difficult to find them and track them down, and I know that because I did it. I tried to find federal law enforcement activity. It's very difficult unless you're in these signal chats that have, at any given time, at least 75 people in each sector hunting down federal agents. Lots of eyes and lots of people tracking in lots of different places all at once. That's the purpose, is hunting down federal law enforcement and preventing them from being able to do their job. And they're very open about this. It's all that happens in these chats all day, sending license plate numbers, dropping intersections, and then people going to those intersections. In fact, our vehicle was tagged as confirmed ICE because we drove right behind former commander, now Chief Greg Bavino's convoy. We were then tagged as having joined a convoy. We actually had the dispatch call pulled up during that whole incident. And, Ford F-150 joins the convoy, confirmed ICE, confirmed ICE. They already thought we were ICE, that we were highly suspected ICE. Now they're confirming that we're ICE.
White Chevy Silverado with the newly changed plates with the coexist sticker on the back. We're on Irving and Lake Street going north on Irving. We seem to be the only commuters following. Just wanted to give an update on our location.
Thank you. Do you have anyone in the car with you?
Yes, I do.
Lovely. Thank you.
And we are getting a photo sent to the chat for confirmation.
That's crazy. They're even
This is John 612. That we are at Grand and Lake. We're heading toward Irving. We can try and join you.
Thank you, John 612.
Hey, this is Lokito. I'm getting some messages from the WhatsApp group that they're driving around on 28, 29 Pleasant and Pillsbury Avenue. If you want to swing by there first, I'm making my way down that way as well. I am on Lake and Park.
I'll relay to the Spanish chat, relay to the Uptown Whittier.
Tired.
Thanks, Aaron.
That Ford just gray Ford just last.
On the car.
That's us.
It's empty. But
Please go on mute. John 612, please go on mute.
It's going to be a right, the next right.
Lokito, go ahead.
The next right, Chicago.
Yeah, that gray F-150 just drove past me on the opposite way towards Cedar. That was on Lake and Park.
That's us.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You could say we've got 2 commuters behind that F-150.
That's confirmed.
Do we have anyone in this call who's at 28th, 29th Pleasant right now? Lokita, you're not there, correct?
Don't wave at them.
Yeah, do not wait.
Correct, I am on 3rd and Lake. I will be there in probably like 2 or 3 minutes.
This is Liv. I'm at Cedar and Lake going west. Do you want me to keep an eye out?
I'm concerned about the reports from the Spanish WhatsApp about 28th to 29th and Pleasant. Ern's relaying to Uptown, but Lokito, if you could head there, if you're up for heading there and you're only a minute or 2 out, that'd be great.
29th Pleasant.
Hey, this is Fubar. We're also about a minute out.
We're not ICE. Why are you guys following us? And they leave like right when we get out of the car. We're not ICE. We're not ICE. We're following them because they were following us.
Well, you look suspicious as fuck. Are you?
Wait, so should people follow and harass any suspicious looking person?
I'm harassing you. Get out of here.
Why are you guys following us?
Because you're fucking ICE.
We're not ICE.
Oh, and they...
Not ICE. Not in an ICE vehicle, right?
No.
Right, get in your truck and get the fuck out.
Why?
Because you need to go. Confirmed ICE. Get the
We're
fuck
not
out.
ICE.
American citizens.
Yeah, same to the people that you're abducting. Get out.
We're not
Please go.
because we're being followed. They're following us, and they came up. We didn't even know they were following us until they came up and said, "We've been following you, reporter, independent
Go
journalist."
report something.
Okay.
Go to the airport.
We don't want people following us.
Go to the airport.
And hurting us when we get home.
They're not going to hurt
They
you.
think
They're going to
we're
stay
ICE.
right behind you. They're going to
Yeah,
stay right
all the
behind
way
you.
back to where we're staying, right?
Great.
Yeah, no, we don't want that. It's why we're Americans. Why are we being forced out of a neighborhood? We're reporters.
We have Americans being detained.
We're not
assaulted
detaining
by
anybody.
people who are claiming to be federal agents.
We're
right?
not claiming that.
So you can tell we're a little bit on edge.
That's fine, but it doesn't give you the right
Yeah.
to run people out of town.
Yeah. So why are you here though? I mean,
We're
Are you
reporters.
going to join the protest against ICE?
We are reporters.
You're reporters with who?
I'm an independent journalist. I sell my
Independent journalist?
footage.
What's your handle?
What's my handle?
Yeah.
I sell my footage.
Really? Yeah, you're
Yes.
pretty established.
I sell my
Where are your
footage.
press credentials?
I have them in my pocket. I showed them
Do you have
repeatedly.
press credentials?
Yes, they're in my pocket. 1 second. We had like 5 tails the entire day, 5 people in their cars following us. We do a full circle, right turn, right turn, right turn, right turn, and they followed us the entire way. Now, we're just private citizens. We're journalists doing our job as journalists, and now we're caught in the crossfire of this. We can't go into southern Minneapolis with that vehicle without catching a tail, okay? And when they found out who I was, it got even worse. The harassment and physical contact got even worse. And I'm not the only journalist who's experienced this. I know several other journalists, some of whom aren't even necessarily right-wingers, probably are more sympathetic to the protesters who this very thing happened to because they were believed to be ICE and then eventually believed to be hostile media. And to be clear, you can show them your press badge all you want. It's not going to make anything better. They will just either find out who you are and then go even harder, or assume that you're ICE that's printed a fake press badge. If you are in their database as confirmed ICE, there is nothing you can do about it. There is nothing you can convince them of that you are not ICE. They will come after you. And I recorded a lot of these interactions where people are telling me I'm confirmed ICE, following me around, harassing me, telling me to leave, telling me that I have to go to the airport, that they're going to follow me until I go to the airport and leave the state. Another thing is the funding aspect of this. Mutual aid, they work with local businesses, local nonprofits, schools even, to provide mutual aid to this network of insurrectionists. And they list those businesses publicly in these signal chats. They utilize crowdfunding, GoFundMe, etc. And this provides their supplies, their gas masks, their hand warmers, their coats, stuff that helps them stay safe from the elements, probably gas, things like that. Alex Preddy, who was just recently killed, is confirmed a member of this signal network. And I know that because right after he was killed, I watched people in the signal chat call him an observer, which is their name for the people who follow ICE.
Obviously, this is a somber day. We had another ICE documenter responder murdered yesterday in Minneapolis. we are grappling.
It was then confirmed by his neighbors and then confirmed by a person who's a member of an organization that posted a Zoom training on the patrols. 0 Hour and several other internet sleuths dug even further and actually found his username and found his last messages in the Signal chat where he was chasing the agents that ultimately killed him. Renee Nicole Good, I don't have 100% confirmation, but she was definitely in this Signal network. And I say that because, again, you're not going to find that federal activity unless you're in these Signal chats, okay? She had been following them around all day, according to the people who witnessed the situation. In fact, she was one of the leading cars, and she was engaging in the exact activity that they instruct their observers to engage in the Signal chats and in their trainings. These people were killed because they were insurrectionists who set out with the express intent of assaulting, obstructing, harassing, and impeding federal law enforcement efforts. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. I'm still undercover in these chats, and I'm going to continue releasing information on my X, which is just at CAMERON-HIGBY. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you'd like to help my self-funded journalistic efforts, check the description below. There are a number of ways you can support me by contributing to my security fund, my Venmo, my PayPal. I think the Cash App is down, but the other ones should be good. I appreciate you all, and I will see you in the next one.